8,000 years ago, all demons unified the demon world and launched a cataclysmic battle against the immortal world. When immortals were losing a hope of life apparent to the sky, the immortal Empress comes to turn the tide. When immortals saw her, they cheer for her. Immortals thought that if Empress is here, they are saved. Empress raised her hand and a divine long sword appeared into the sky. Demons were scared. Immortals shouted that the Empress is invincible and 3 realms kill the demons. But suddenly, Demon Kai covered that divine sword. Empress was surprised to see the Demon Kai on the divine sword. That divine sword vanished into thin air, and a man appeared. That man was flying on a skull-shaped dark cloud. Empress asked him if he is the one who merged the blood of the holy demon, created the holy demon temple and unified the demon world. That man is Supreme Demon Lord of the demon world, Pu Hong. He told Empress that he is the one who did all of those things. Empress gets angry when she hears that. She asked him why did he sacrifice so many lives. Hong told her that he did it because he was bored. Empress after hearing what he just said gets more angry. She summons many holy sword and sky. She said you demon heresy is crazy to the extreme. She fly towards Hong while holding the divine sword. She said this Empress is going to kill the demon today. She used the holy sword to attack Hong. There was a huge blast into the sky. Everyone looks at the sky to see what happened. But all the sky was covered by smoke. In the smoke 2 figures appeared. Hong killed the Empress by stabbed her chest with his hand. He said it's such a pity that even she can't win against him. From then on within the 3 realms he is going to be invincible. Empress was in pain and very angry. She said demon this hatred is unbearable. I will remember you and you will remember me too. No matter the millennium or 10,000 years, I will come back for revenge. While saying that she vanished into thin air, Hong was now invincible. Just like that 8,000 years passed, Hong was seating on the heavenly throne. He said I have been invincible for nearly 10,000 years with endless life and monstrous rights, but I have never been able to prove the Tao and transcendence. 10,000 years ago, when I came to this foreign land from the earth, I was alone with no family, no relatives and no reason. He grabbed his chest and said this loneliness is the greatest. This is obstructing my transcendence and proving Tao. He stand up in front of the heavenly gate and shouted, "Open the gate, let me open the mortal world gate, and travel the world as immortal." He said how can I transcend without going through the red dust? He sealed his body with demonic energy and demonic blood as immortal, and go to lower realm to experience the long-lost ordinary life. He left the immortal world to look at the world in all its forms, find the most ordinary happiness. 10 years later in Suanshan Domain's Fengjing city, a girl was cleaning her yard. Suddenly a man enters the house. He is her husband. He said he met the god of wealth today and this month's rent has fallen. When that girl saw him she get happy because he is her loving husband. She runs to kisses him. Both of them were happy to see each other. That man is Hong, the supreme demon lord of the demon world who left the immortal world. She was happy that her husband is finally back. She grabbed his hand and asked him to come on because the food is ready. She said if you don't eat it, it will be cold. Hong thought this is the ordinary world. He was used to seeing the intrigue of the demon world, but this is the life he want. He was happy from inside. He goes inside and eat with her. He said my wife's cooking is still the best in the world. She was happy seeing him eating the food she cooked. She told him to eat slowly. If not enough she'll make more. She asked him how was business today. He asked her to don't be too surprised. He shows her a 12 taels of silver. She gets surprised to 12 taels of silver. She was surprised that there are actually 12 taels in his hand. She started shivering. Hong asked her what's the matter. She said husband did you rob? Hong said no and asked her to listen to him. He told her that today a child was about to be baptized and his grandfather wants to buy him a gift. That kid took a fancy to the monkey king that Hong sculpted. Because that old man was happy to see his grandchildren happy. And as soon as he pay, it was 12 taels. He didn't even ask back for money. She get happy when she hears that. She takes those 12 taels from him and told him that she is going to pack it up. Hong was thinking that nether mortals are mortal to the naked eye. The things carved by the him. Each knife contains the true meaning of the most powerful Tao. What 12 taels even the fortune of genius is not enough. But that child was born with a pair of supreme bones with extraordinary luck. If he had the chance, he would be able to penetrate the mystery. But it all depends on his creation. Hong was resting with his wife in their backyard. He thought that 3 meals a day, light tea and light rice. After dinner chat about poetry and play the zither and paint. This is the best life. He looks at her wife and she looks at him. What a wonderful day. On evening when the sun sets when she was enjoying the scenery, Hong come from back and grabbed her. She was embarrassed. He told her that it's getting late they should go to bed. She put her hand on his head and asked him do he want to bully her again. Hong replied yes. She smiles and asks him to let's go. Hong took her in his arms and goes inside the room. She seats on their bed and asks him, why is he still standing? She ordered him to come near her. When Hong heard her, he jumped on the bed and kisses her. They have a very intense night making love. At night when Hong and his wife were sleeping, his wife had a dream. She was in a unique place like heaven. She was thought, where is she? Why does it feel to be familiar? In the dream she was seating into a high place, and many people were bowing before her. They said, thank you Supreme Ye Empress, bless all beings in the three realms. When she heard the word, Ye Empress, she immediately remembered that she is the Empress. She was born with a spiritual and mortal body, and have experienced countless disasters. But with great perseverance, she eventually become the central heavenly Empress, and lead the immortals, become the Lord of the immortal world. Her power makes the innate gods and demons of chaos be amazed by it. In the ancient immortal and demon battle, the demons she killed alone were enough to make them tremble in fear. She have brought tens of thousands of years of peace to the three realms, but it was until he shows up. She fought against Supreme Demon for 3 days and 3 nights, and finally lost. She fall on the spot. She wakes up from her dream. She was happy that she is actually the reincarnation of the central heavenly Empress of the immortal world. She don't know what the chance was that she awakened her immortal consciousness. Memories of her previous life kept pouring out. Suddenly, Hong grabbed her waist while sleeping. She was surprised and embarrassed. She thought that she is a dignified central heavenly emperor, admired by thousands of people. No one has ever dared to think wrongly about her. But she have been interacted tens of thousands of times by this mortal person. When she looks at her clothes who were too revealing, she thought, how dare this mortal let the Empress wear such a shameful outfit. If it gets out as an Empress became a joke in the three realms. She looks at Hong and thought that only killing him and destroy the corpse can hide all this. She put her hand on him, but suddenly Hong start talking in sleep. He said, wife, tomorrow I want to eat stewed tofu, the kind that is tender and tender. When she hears that she stopped, she smiles thinking that she get along with him day and night. The zither and the melody, the rain and the dew are happy. How could she kill him? She put her hand on his cheeks and thought that even if she is the heavenly Empress, what if she is the supreme being of the three realms? Since she has such a relationship with him as a husband and wife, then she will always be his wife. She said, for now I will let go the demon. But wait until she recovers and returns to the immortal world. She will find the demon to settle the account. She said, I will guard my husband. She does not know that the one who she wants to kill is her husband, who is sleeping beside her asking for a kiss. She goes near and kiss him. She was thinking that she will protect him all her life and no one can hurt him. Then the next morning when Hong wakes up, he wakes up her wife. He asks his wife to dress him up. Empress, he lent of his soldier and said, all right husband. When she was dressing him, he grabbed her waist and said, for such a virtuous wife that he can marry, he have nothing to ask for in this life. She laughs when she hear him. She said she will run out of pharyngeal cream and water powder and asked Hong come buy it with her today. He said, husband will change clothes for you. He asked her what kind of clothes does she want to wear on the street. Empress, he was embarrassed. She told him to choose. She trust his vision. When Hong dressed her up in white clothes, she was looking like a goddess. When he was making her hair, he told her that he felt emotional at some time. Empress, he turned around and asked him what does he mean. He said, it's hard to imagine that there is such a beautiful woman in the world. She smiles and asks him that when she don't dress up isn't she look pretty. Hong was embarrassed. He thought, is she actually giving him a title for his debut? Hong said, when the wife is not dressed up, she is indeed as light and elegant as a chrysanthemum. Every look is the most beautiful in his heart. Empress, he kisses him. She said husband is too sweet and told him to let's go. When they enters the market, Hong saw some guys waking in black clothes. Empress, he told him to wait for her here, she'll take a look. When Hong was waiting for her, he heard a word, superb bunny girl. Hong looks that way. There was a merchant who was selling bunny girls. When Hong saw them, he thought that in this world, the strong eat the weak, being weak is a sin. That merchant called Hong and asked him would he like to buy a bunny girl, guaranteed to keep him comfortable and refreshed. Hong without a thought said no to him. That merchant said 20% off special offer. If he miss it, there will be no next time. Hong looks at him and thought that it's truly pitiful. It is a shame that the world is ruthless. Suddenly Hong felt chills up his sleeve. His wife was standing behind him. She said, since your soul has been hooked away, would you like to buy one? They will serve you well at night. Hong was scared. He turns around and tries to explain himself. He said he don't mean it that way. She was angry. She said, I just walked away for a while, and you can't control your eyes. Since you can only see how hurt they are, might as well buy them all. Hong hold her hand and ask her to let's go for shopping. She freed her hand and turned back and said, I don't want to go. You take a look and see how many you can buy with your money. Hong said, I am looking at my wife every day. How can others catch my eye? Empress, he was very angry. She thought this merchant is too bold. He is actually doing such a sinful business and wanting to bring down her man. She will make him disappear from this Fengjing city. She was very angry. Both Hong and that merchant were scared of her. Then Hong goes with her to buy clothes, jewelry, and they goes to eat her favorite food to calm her anger. When she was in good mood, Hong asked her that since after shopping for a long time and have bought everything that should be bought and should not be bought, should we go back? She said okay. Suddenly some noise started in the middle of the market. There were soldiers walking beside a carriage. In that carriage, a pink-haired girl was seating. Everyone was cheering that the general returns to the city. Hong and Empress, he goes there to check. Hong, a man, which woman is this so imposing? That man told Hong that this is the younger sister of the Prime Minister. They didn't expect that she actually quelled the rebellion of the Demon Wolf clan and returned so quickly. What a strong woman. Other guy said, that's right. She is the youngest god of war in the dynasty and the first confidant of the Empress Feng. When Empress he saw that pink-haired girl, she thought that it's not bad back so soon. That pink-haired girl looks at Hong. Suddenly Hong felt evil Kai. That was coming from the people who Hong saw when he was entering the market. He thought, is someone going to do something? And suddenly a man jumped in front of the carriage and threw a thunderbolt towards that pink-haired girl. Hong noticed that it a thunderbolt, which is dangerous for mortal. The guard shouted, there are assassins. Hong hold his wife to protect her. That pink-haired girl jumped from her carriage and sliced that thunderbolt into two. There was a huge blast into the sky. Everyone started running away. That pink-haired girl looks at those assassins. The assassin's leader said, this is great, now kill the general according to plan. Pink-haired girl said, everyone obey. All the soldier looks at her. She told them to kill all those assassins. Assassins were flying. They are all cultivators. Also there was a great cultivator in the contemplative realm in them. Assassins used heaven's seal. Other one used ruler. One used the order of the king of hell. Fourth guy used fire phoenix feather. They all attacked that pink-haired girl. The soldiers make a shield to protect her. There was huge blast. Everyone started running away from there. When Hong looks at them, he thought, what a disappointment. A group of ants. If it wasn't for the fear of unsealing the demonic Kai and hurting the wife, they all would have been dead. He thought, just in case, let's take the wife home first. He turns around and said, wife, don't be afraid. Come back with husband first. But Hong saw that there was a fat girl who was standing beside him instead of his beautiful wife. That girl said, young master, you saved the slave family. Hong was shocked. He thought, she is a monster. He was almost out of breath. But he thought that this is not the time to think about that. He grabbed that girl's clothes and asked her, where is my wife? That girl said, young master, I don't know. While blushing, she said under the watchful eyes of the public, arresting the slave's body like this. Could it be that the young master wants me? When Hong heard her, he thought of destroying this world. Hong grabbed her. His eyes were glowing because of anger. He said, how dare you be so disgusting? He threw that girl away. That girl shouted, young master is so rude. She goes flying and hit an assassin who was trying to sneak attack on that pink-haired girl. That pink-haired girl thought, what was that just now? When she looks back, two people were lying on the ground on each other. After throwing her, Hong finally calmed down. He put his hand on his head and used his power. He said, fortunately I had foresight and expected this to happen and have already performed the concentric induction technique on my wife. He used his concentric induction to look for her and finally found that his wife is no longer around now. He thought she probably got pushed away by the crowd. Hong said, although there is no pain, but there is panic and resentment surging inside me. He was very angry. He called those assassins bunch of assholes. An assassin was passing by him. He grabbed that assassin's head. Hong was releasing lots of spiritual energy. He said to assassin that since you commit such a heinous crime, so now all of you must die. That assassin asked, who are you looking for? Death. Hong thought he can't unlock too many seals or the mortals around will be shocked to death by his domineering. Then he untied the million points first and blasted assassin head with his hand. Hong noticed that the thing he used just now is not the demon Kai, instead it's immortal Kai. He was surprised that, as the supreme being of the demon realm, he still have immortal Kai. He said, it really make the deity miss it. He said, who would have thought I, as the supreme god of the demon world, used to be an immortal cultivator. Before entering the demon world I was used to be a cultivator who stepped into the path of immortality. The path to immortality is extremely difficult. Every step is as difficult as reaching the heaven. It starts with foundation, Kai gathering, concentrate, profound, divine fire, divine tribulation, longevity, immortality, and even the limit of earthly cultivation, true immortal. It was extremely difficult step by step, but I relied on the incomparable talent, walked down with a firm Tao heart, and in the end I become a true immortal, ascension to the immortal world. But I don't thought that I would have a sudden change in the process. I accidentally fused holy demon blood, broken the path of heaven and immortal, fell into the demon world. Hong laughs. He said this really surprised me. He thought that after entering the demon world, the path of immortality would be cut off unexpectedly. But the immortal Kai is still there. Is the cultivation of heavenly immortal just suppressed by the demon world? Suddenly another assassin tried to attack Hong. He said, "How dare you kill my brother?" Assassin attacked Hong with his weapon from back, but that weapon stopped by Hong's protective shield. That weapon bounced back and hit that assassin. That assassin died with a huge blast. Hong thought that unprecedented in the three worlds, the two spirits of the immortals and demons coexist in the same body. He smiles and thought of an immortal demon cultivator. It's very interesting. He thought that my enemies are all over the three realms. If the demonic Kai is leaked, they will seek revenge and accidentally hurt my wife, and it will be bad. Fortunately, this immortal cultivation base is still there. It will be much easier to move in the future. His eyes glow like fire. He decided to first send these assassins who don't have long eyes to reincarnate. Those assassins surround the general. There was more than 10 cultivators in the concentrate realm, and the general was exhausted. The soldiers who were protecting her told her to go away because the other party is Straub killer this time. General told them to shut up and hold on. Wait until her brother sends troops. This general will never leave them behind. Those assassins were laughing at the general. They said this is already at the end of the battle. The first confidant of the Empress is nothing more than that. General was very angry. She was thinking that although she is already in the concentrate realm and she is a first-class master in the kingdom, but there are more than 10 concentrate realm from the opposite side. Those assassins attacked her for the last time to kill her. General was praying that her brother come here soon. Suddenly a strong spiritual energy flows around those assassins and they disappeared from there. General was surprised. She said, "What's wrong? What happened? What about the assassins?" Soldiers report to her that assassins have disappeared. She thought, is it the hell in broad daylight or is it fraudulent? Hong was looking at her. He thought that they are weak. A trace of the Hong's spiritual consciousness overflowed and they turned into powder. He thought, are all mortals who are not immortals all this weak? He thought that the difference between immortals and mortals is like the difference between clouds and mud that cannot be crossed. He jumped on a house and said that I have already vented my anger on them and the wife is all right. However, Hong's immortal Kai is too conspicuous in this mortal world. So he sealed his cultivation base and go to find the wife. On the other side, the main hall of Tianfeng Palace. An old man said that, "Your Majesty has a command." He blow down in front the Majesty. Empress told him to raise his head. That old man is the great commander of the Phoenix Guard. On the Empress seat, immortal Empress he was seating. Empress he is also the Tianfeng Kingdom's queen. She was very angry. She asked that old man that since he is in charge of the strongest guard in Tianfeng City, so she hoped he can come up with a result. That old man was very scared. He told Empress he that the assassins who attacked General Fu disappeared out of thin air, and now they don't have a way to check. There is no trace of their disappearance at all. When she hears that, she gets more angry. She said no matter how much it costs, the people behind this group of assassins must be dug up. He again blow down again and said yes and went back and mobilized all the Feng Guard to take action. He said he will definitely live up to the decree. He was scared after seeing the unprecedented murderous aura of Empress. Even the old man could hardly bear it. He haven't seen the Empress for a few days and the realm of His Majesty the Queen is even more unfathomable. Empress he told him that once he found the assassins destroy them all, there is no mercy. Old man said, yes I will investigate to the end and all the assassins will be eliminated, none will remain. Empress told him to go away and he gets out of there. Empress he scared the old minister to death. He didn't expect that Her Majesty the Queen would think so highly of General Fu. He thought he must make good friends with them in the future. When he was walking, suddenly a little girl appeared in front of him. She asked him, what are you doing here in a daze? Did my sister give you any trouble? She said she can help. She Princess Lai Empress his little sister. Old man gets scared when he saw her. He said don't bother your highness. This old man can handle it. She laughs and said she was just joking. She has no time to spare.